Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Podcast and video series where we talk about digital marketing tools and strategies to help grow your business. Today, it's Monday. Many of you coming into work, especially those on the West Coast just tuning in, you're thinking about what did you do last week? Were you productive? Thinking about what does 2020 hold for your business, and you can't help but to think about what if we had a business growth dashboard built to help us identify where we're going, how fast we're going, so directional capacity, all the different things that really focus on how is your business going to grow. I think that's a good question. It doesn't really matter if you're a small business owner or a business owner with 20 plus employees, or a larger business. I think there are a lot of the data clearly indicates that many small business owners don't have a business growth dashboard in place. I mean, just think about this. If you're driving down the road at 8 p.m. at night and all of a sudden in your car, your entire dashboard went dark. All the lights went out. How would you know how fast you're going? How would you know what gear you're in? How would you know what the temperature of the engine is? I mean, how much fuel do you have? Can you even make it to wherever you're trying to go? Right? So, I mean, it's a fundamental idea that a dashboard has measurements of all kinds of different components of how your vehicle is running, and being able to see those at a glance is really an optimal way to get the best performance out of your vehicle, right? So, as a business owner, having a business growth dashboard is a vital piece of equipment to ensure your success. So, being able to identify, and going back to the dashboard analogy of your car, maybe the speed is, or the what gear you're in is your productivity level. What productivity level, like, looking at your RPMs, like how fast is your engine racing? That might be a correlation to the productivity levels in your business or organization. Your fuel might indicate, what's being used, what resources are being used in order to keep productivity levels up. You need more fuel. And I think the thing that business owners that we need to think about as we're thinking about building a business growth dashboard is, what is it that we're measuring? I mean, a lot of businesses, obviously, from an accounting standpoint, have a profit and loss statement, which is an essential piece of business tool. But it's when you're looking at that, you're looking at information that is, basically 30 days old, and often puts you in a reactionary or reactive mode to information. You need real-time information. If you're going to have truly insightful business intelligence, you need more up-to-date and real-time information, if at all possible. Now, what are some of the tools that are out there for businesses to begin to measure some of these things like productivity and capacity? These things, tools out there like T-Sheets or Get My Time or Harvest. I mean, there are just a number of timekeeping tools that are out there. And then what's interesting is when you take those time tracking tools and then you integrate them with your billing component, you integrate those with your customer relationship management tools, you connect that with your project management tools. I mean, you can really start to build a dashboard that these things can talk to each other, and you can begin to really measure what it is that you're trying to do. I think from a 30,000 foot standpoint, when you're thinking about these tools and why would you want to do this, I think right off the bat, it reminds me of a quote from former Mayor Rudolph Giuliani from New York, where he said, everyone's accountable all the time. And I think that so many times when businesses try to integrate accountability for everyone within their organization, it can cause some disruption within your organization. Having people be accountable for their actions and for their time often will uncover, problem areas, or it may identify, where you've got the wrong people in the wrong seat. They're great people, but they're doing the wrong job. And so when you have accountability tools and productivity tools, built within your system, and you have a dashboard like a time tracking or project management tool. I mean, think about I don't know if you guys have seen, like, every time I go on YouTube, the company Monday must be absolutely spending an enormous amount of money on YouTube over the top video ads, because I see their ads all the time, right? Monday is an app that lets you track and has all kind of communication tools. I mean, there's a good one right there, right? And so I think that when you look at all of these things, what does it do? Well, I mean, just start to reverse engineer how having measurements in place and accountability in place, that allows you to have a proactive approach to how your business is going to grow, rather than having to react to overages or people who are stressed out because they're overworked, or they're running way beyond capacity, quality level goes down. All of these things begin to domino effect, and a business growth dashboard allows you to more proactively identify current problems, as well as predicting future opportunities. And I think for predicting future opportunities, what's interesting there is, especially if you are a service-based business where your people or your manpower is really the heartbeat of your business model, being able to predict that and being able to sort of reverse engineer that from a how you price and how you evaluate your service and your services that you provide to future clients, that can have great insight. Maybe you realize, oh my gosh, we've been sort of packaging this particular service at this value, and what we're realizing is that we've got either the wrong people in the wrong seat, or it's taking longer to accomplish those items. We've got everything as efficient as possible, so therefore we need to raise our costs, or we need to implement new tools. I mean, all the different ramifications of having this business growth dashboard in place really does position your business in the best possible light. So I think that is critical when you're thinking about growing your business. And 2020 is right around the corner. I mean, maybe you've made some recent changes to your business model. Maybe you've brought on additional salespeople. Maybe you've brought on additional department managers, but you have no business growth dashboard. You're literally driving your business car with the dashboard lights completely off. How in the world are you going to know where you're going? So I think that having a plan for that and having it in place is critical for the growth of your business. And the other thing to remember too is, we talked in a previous series that I did with Katie Lilly from Lilyfield Accounting Solutions. We did a whole series on traction, get a grip on your business, which is really the inspiration from today's episode. And we did a whole series on that. And what's interesting is when you have a business growth dashboard, it should be tied to your 1 year, 3 year, and 10-year business growth plans. So that's a key for you and your business. My name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. I hope you found inspiration in today's video podcast series. I'll catch you again tomorrow. Have a great day.